Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's daily is to cast 20 white or black spells, nice and easy. And to do this, I have a new deck that I put together, or we have a new deck to try out, Orzhov Sacrifice. This deck comes from Magic the Gathering Zone. It's one of the decks that they have kind of like prepared for the release of Aether Drift. It's interesting, like you can guess by the name, it is a sacrifice deck. So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about the fodder first. We have Nesting Bot that when it dies, it creates a 1/1 colorless servo artifact, which means that this is, fodder for the price of 2 fodder for the price of 1. Greedy Freebooter has value when it dies, creates a treasure token, and we scry 1. Very nice. And Lord Skitter is, as long as we're creating rat tokens, we have more things to sacrifice. Now, what are going to be our sacrificial things? We have, or things that we use to sacrifice. We have Bartolome, which, he can sacrifice as many times as he wants and gets stronger for every time he does. Zahur, sacrifice another creature, surveil 1, activate only once each turn. Not bad. And as we get to max speed, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token, so it starts getting some utility. That is one of the things, some of our stronger, or we need to get to max speed to be able to really start taking advantage of this, such as with Embalmed Ascendant. When this creature enters, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So it's 2 creatures for the price of 1. Very nice. And when you get to max speed, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. And that is kind of the main of what we're trying to do with this deck, is take our opponent out with our creatures, but also use the indirect damage for when things die to really mess them up. So, in that vein, we also have Vengeful Bloodwitch. Whenever this creature or another creature control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Bloodghast is also sacrificial fodder because we can bring it back to the battlefield almost every turn with its landfall ability. Very nice. And then Eaten Alive is just good removal and ties it in. You're exiling creatures instead of sending to the grave, which is really nice. And it's another way of sacrificing things. So keep in mind, this is very much something that can be tweaked, can be changed. At the moment, I'm not sure what I would add. Maybe a Sadistic Pilgrim, but I'm not sure about that. Not sure what I would take away. What are the stats for this? Lands at 24, creatures at 32. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So I'm interested to try it out, see how it works. And yeah, in that vein, we are going to be playing standard instead of ranked for this, just because wanting to try out the new deck. Don't really want to go into ranked for that. So let's give it a shot. All right, first match we have. Honestly, not the best hand, not the best opener, but I think we'll keep it. Kind of try to hope for another land or another swamp. That would be good. That is annoying. That is not a direct counter to what we're doing, but it is a counter. Okay, let's go ahead and send in the Bloodghast. So there's nothing in the graveyard yet, friend. Let's go with you, actually. What is this one? Yeah, the only bad thing is that they'll use their vacuum to get rid of my Bloodghast. So that is a thing. Ah, fine. Hey, you do take damage from all that, so you use your vacuum to... I'm not sure what you're going to get rid of there. The Bloodghast, yeah. Unfortunate, too. That would have been nice to have. Okay, so yeah, no, Authority of the Consul is a pretty good, okay. Yeah. No. And so I could create a token, I just don't really want to. Yeah. What is that? It needs 6 to put everything out on the field. Helpful. Right. Really just a bad matchup to start things with. So all they need is one more land, then they can do that, and then I'll probably just concede. Oh, okay. 2 artifact creatures enter enchantments, mana value 1 or less, reveal them, put in your hand, shuffle. Alright. That's fun. I'm not entirely sure what this deck is, but haste and ward, so he gets to attack now. Oh no, not this turn, but alright, we're done here. We're done here just because I'm just pulling. I'm relying on top decking, and they were about to set up their field, so it's just not worth it. I will admit, not great. Not a great start to it, but I'm not going to blame the deck for that. We went up against a really hard counter, which kind of surprising to be honest, but yeah, the first match we play is someone with a Ghost Vacuum. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Okay. Okay, no, I can work with this. Take the Eaten Alive. Yeah, let's go ahead and send you out. Yeah, I can't block, which is a little annoying. What are you going to take this time? Bloodwitch or... Okay, they didn't want that on the field. Fair enough, I guess. Another Eaten Alive, that's good. So with that being the case, we're going to Fountainport, Bloodwitch, Eaten Alive, get rid of this one. That only triggers once per turn, which is a little unfortunate. Oh no. They're playing this hand. Okay. Yeah, it takes me to 8. I mean, that's game. Pretty much. That's game. But... hate it. Okay. Alright, pass turn. Or, wait, no. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, another Skull Dweller. Yeah, see, it really, yeah, it just doesn't matter. Not sure what they're oopsing about. I mean, I knew it had trample. I did. Just, man, yeah, not the best start to things for this deck, but I did say it might need some tooling, some messing around, and we didn't run into some of our other cards. So, and it could very well be that just bad matchups. So like the next time I decide to use this deck, we might go on a winning streak. I don't know. I am going to keep it. I might look into changing a few things with it, but I'm not going to guarantee that. So yeah, this is where we're going to wrap things up. Though I do have a pack to open, more Aether Drift. All right. Nothing too outlandish that I'm seeing. What are these, though? I'm sure there's probably one of every color here. Reef roads. Unless you control a mount or vehicle. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. What is our rare? Bulwark Ox. Sound, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sacrifice this creature. Creatures you control have, with counters on them, gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Saddle 1. Alright, that's a card. That is a card. Anyway, that, my friends, is where we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully the next time we run this deck, it'll be a little bit, it'll play out a little bit differently, but only time will tell. So, like I said, we're going to wrap things up here. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.